Welcome back to our reading practice series with Mr. Land. Mr. Land is about to help you analyze what is a primary source document and how to read for clues to understand it. Shall we begin? Let's. At the top, you see that we have highlighted primary source document, meaning that this is a piece of evidence that comes from the eyewitness, the person who was there. That is why we call it primary, meaning that this person gives us a real evidence account of an event in history. It could be a journal. It could be written from a book. It could be a picture from the past. It could be a recording even. It could be someone telling an eyewitness what they saw and that person writing it down, like we see in this case with the MaryPrince describing her sale. So let's analyze MaryPrince's words from her sale as a slave in the transatlantic slave triangle. Now, if you look carefully, there's some clues to tell you about MaryPrince and what she's about to tell you. So we see a title. The auction and sale is the title. And then we also see that right at the top in italics, meaning the words are kind of slanted and bent, we see a little preview. It tells us clues about what we are going to read. I will read it right now. Upon reaching the New World, European slave traders would auction their cargo to plantation owners at 2 to 3 times what they paid for them in West Africa. So cargo is in quotes, meaning that we are not meant to believe that the people of slavery are actual pieces of goods. It's meant to give us the idea that we are thinking about people, but back then, those slaves were treated like property. So it's kind of gross to think about, but that's exactly what slaves were looked at. They were looked at like cargo, like property. Let's read what MaryPrince has to say. In quotations, quote, "He took me by the hand and led me out to the middle of the street, and turning me slowly around, he exposed me to the view of those who attended the venue. I was soon surrounded by strange men who examined and handled me in the same way that a butcher would a calf or a lamb that he was about to purchase, and who talked about my body shape and body size in like words. I was then put up to sale. The people who stood by said that I fetched a great sum for one so young a slave. I then saw my sisters led forth and sold to different owners. When the sale was over, my mother hugged and kissed us and mourned over us, begging us to keep a good heart. It was a sad parting. One went one way, one another way. And our poor mammy, sorry about the mistake, that means mother, went home with absolutely nothing." At the bottom, we see that the quote ends the evidence, so MaryPrince has stopped talking, but at the bottom, highlighted in yellow, it also tells us that this primary source evidence was taken from the book The History of MaryPrince, a West Indian Slave, and was told to an author named Susanna Moodie in London in 1831. So MaryPrince told Susanna Moodie about her experiences, and then Susanna Moodie wrote it down. This is a primary source. Well, I hope you were able to practice. Now, answer the questions on the primary source document.